What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleek back with another video, and today we're reacting to Nina Lynn is allergic to accountability. Every time, bro, she come back, it's something, bro. She just got banned, she got unbanned, she said something again, got banned, got unbanned again, you feel me? I guess she's like one of those. But before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noise Squad, and like this video. We're almost at 1K, 300 away. Let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video hitting for. Let's go.
Last October, there was a lot of instances that happened with our group member, Nina.
Yo, you might be fucking retarded, bro. Are you good in the head? Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras, Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit.
You know, one of the things that made it hard for us to continue as a group was that it always had to be her way. And it would always be, well, I'm gonna do with me. Time and time again, like, hey, you know, we are trying to hold what we thought was a friend accountable, and that friend says,
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like they was only sticking with each other because of the obvious reasons, you feel me? But even then, it's like there's clearly like two different dynamics. These niggas is too laid back and calm to be dealing with Nina Lynn, dog. I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Now she could be cool and chill, but she turn up, and these niggas don't look like they even match that energy. That's why she be vibing with Zoe and shit, because they both the same type, you know what I'm saying? But these guys, I don't know.
We're not being friends because we're trying to hold them accountable.
Well, I darn near forgot about Nina Lynn, but it seems as though the rain is continuing to pour on her. Just a year ago, she seemed to have one of the most bubbling and bright careers in the new streaming era. Collaborations with Agent, appearances on Streamer University, connections with the FaZe guys, and she had a consistent group channel, 03, that was actually doing very, very well with some very prominent members. But within a year, all of that went away, and it was due to one thing and one thing only: her inability to hold herself accountable for her actions, apologize, do the work, and ultimately move on. So when her group decided to put out a video talking about how they decided to part ways from her, I thought it would be a perfect time to teach the lesson that you cannot escape your digital footprint. And at the end of the day, accountability trumps all. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna hold you guys accountable. You're consuming content from me.
Yo, my man's got like a plethora of Biggie Cosby sweaters, gang. Hey, I ain't knocking it. It's hard, but damn, where you be finding these shits at?
The least you can do is click that little subscribe button down below. It will go a long, long way for this community. Now, back
I like that one though.
Like
it's
I
tough.
said, Nina Lynn had a sweet deal. Most content creators have to come up by themselves, build their own audience, build their own brand. And not taking it away from her, she did that in her own regards. But she quickly was able to team up with two very solid YouTubers, Jimmy Zhang, who has 1 million subscribers, and Edward So, who basically has 1 million subscribers, in order to create a group channel called 03. They would do IRL lifestyle content, dating style challenges, you know, the typical 20v1 AMP-esque videos. And this, coupled along with her appearances with people like Fan or Wendy Ortiz, meant that Nina Lynn pretty much had a fast track to being one of the biggest names in not just streaming but content creation.
And she messed it all up.
The underrated thing about Nina is her background. I'm talking about her ethnicity, nationality, and her race. She was going to be somebody who was going to be able to resonate with a whole Eastern culture that those in the United States could not do. In fact, she acted as some sort of medium / translator for content creators in the past because they needed her to basically gain access to that whole culture that has billions of people in it. But instead of nurturing this opportunity that she had, Nina ultimately squandered it. Over the past year, Nina Lynn has been in controversy after controversy after controversy after controversy. And I'm not going to go into super depth.
If you want somebody to be in brand risk, that'll be the person. You know what I'm saying? Aiden.
About it. I've
Shit,
made
better get a head start.
Whether it be her just being a general nuisance at a nail salon, her in this kleptomania that she just has in her body, and definitely the Saeed situation where she not only participated in the essay but also then went on to deny the essay over and over and over and over and over again. Now, off top, controversy isn't something that is like career ending. We've seen different content creators go through many different controversies, some that I would say are way worse than what Nina even went through, but have ultimately bounced back from those things. They've then gone on to have bigger, better, greater careers than even before they were in said controversy. But if I had to say the one thing that would define if you are going to bounce back and then bounce up out of this atmosphere.
What's the lore on PewDiePie? Nigga, what controversy has he been in? I'm about to loop with that one. I ain't never see this nigga no negative light or nothing like that.
Bounce up and then bounce down through the floor when it comes to being a controversial figure is one thing and one thing alone, and that's accountability for your actions.
Nina, you somebody, Nina, you shoplifted. Can we tone it down? All of that just like in one ear out the other. Hey, maybe it's not okay to do that to a mom who's out in the salon or whatever. Maybe it's not okay to do that at Target. Maybe it's not okay to do that to a taxi driver. There's a lot of things that weren't okay, and it would always be, well, I'm gonna do me. Time and time again, like, hey, we are trying to hold what we thought was a friend accountable, and that friend says we're not being friends because we're trying to hold them accountable.
Neither brown nor white.
Listen, man, one thing you gotta understand about having a female friend, the way females work with their friend groups is you hold them down whether they right or wrong. Okay, I literally learned that the other day. You feel me? You hold them down right or wrong. When it comes to the whole Samaya and Aspen situation, you feel me? According to Samaya, nigga, whether I'm right or wrong, you better back me up, nigga. And I guess that's how Nina think. You feel me? Guys, when it comes to their friends, nigga, if you doing some bullshit, if you on some bullshit, bro, nigga, it's either it's none of my business. I'm gonna just stop fucking with you, or I'm gonna tell you about yourself, gang. Like that's how you can't give the same logic to these shorties, nigga, especially her. You would think so because she act like one of the niggas, but she's not. But hey, that's what I learned, bro.
They kept it pretty straightforward. Nina Lynn is somebody that we don't have the same values, morals, and principles as, and therefore we are going to go ahead and sever ties with her. According to the two other members of the group 03, Nina Lynn constantly wanted to do things her way, was the loudest one in every single argument. She struggled to see other people's perspectives, and they could not come to an agreement on what they stood for. In other words, it wasn't just one mistake, but it was the problem as to how she handled every single mistake. Shameless plug, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record every single time I say this, but you know, some people don't know that I did these things in my past, and also I like to give my real world experience as to how things go on behind the scenes. But I did work for a big group, one of the biggest groups on the internet right now. I'll give you a little bit of secret. It's 3 letters. It features 6 guys. AMP. And I also have a current podcast, which is essentially a group channel as well, where I have 2 other co-hosts. And I'm here to tell you that the behind the scenes things that 03 said that they struggled with Nina Lynn are things that happen in every single group. There's constantly going to be bickering. There's going to be people who are super creative trying to come to one conclusion, and somebody's going to be very loud in the conversation as to why their POV is the better way to go in this particular time. And as far as vision goes, hell, life changes those things. So oftentimes people aren't aligned as to what they're going to do in the next year, 2 years, or hell, 6 months even. But at the end of the day, the reason why AMP is still around, my podcast, Let's Keep It a Buck podcast is still around, the Sidemen are still around, or any other group content is still around.
Adaptation,
accountability, and compromise are something that continuously happen in those organizations.
What's that group with it's in UK. I don't think it's the Sidemen. It's not the Sidemen. They used to do the little dating challenge slash, I don't know, Young Philly or whatever his name is. He was in it with Chunks. That group, they still around? You know, Philly, he under some shit, some deep hot seat shit. I mean, I don't know, but I guess.
And I don't even have to be a part of them to know that. So if I think the thumbnail needs to be red and my podcast mate Bezos thinks the podcast needs to be blue, ultimately somebody needs to come to a compromise. And it can't always be my way or the highway. Otherwise, it's not a group channel. It's somebody's solo project with some reoccurring castmates. And if you're gonna do that, gang, then I might as well stay on my own damn platform and do whatever I want to do. No, that's just the surface level stuff. There's also the fact that there's an accountability issue every time that Nina Lynn gets into some sort of scandal. Here's the truth about the internet. Creators can survive just about anything, any situation, any sorts of adversity, any bad problems, as long as they are self-aware about how they participated in that action. We've seen public mistakes, bad behavior, bad tweets, scandals, the list goes on and on and on. Hell, I even think it's a problem in today's society that we are so forgiving, but that's just the reality of what it is. But the problem is
what you mean, bro? One thing I don't like about the internet is that they'll always hold. I don't think that we're so forgiving, to be honest with you, because anything that you do or that you get into or that you've gone through, they're gonna bring that up every single time. You see Chris Brown, they keep bringing up what happened in 2009. Like, nigga, that was almost 20 years ago, nigga. Relax, chill. DDG, they still bringing him up for accusations and claims that, you feel me, that he went through. Shit, even Ryan Coogler right now. making a video on that. It's crazy out here, nigga. Something that he didn't do, actually. He's getting canceled for something that he didn't do. And it's gonna keep being brought up. You feel me? So I don't like that part of the internet, and I really won't care. When I'm up, nigga, I'm gonna have the worst PR because I'm gonna stand on business, nigga. If I said something, I said something. If I feel some type of way, I feel some type of way. Like I said in another video. Yeah, my PR is gonna be, my assistants and my manager is gonna be on my ass, nigga. Word.
Things that I just mentioned. If you're arrogant and your ego is forthcoming in all of these situations,
She look a little good there. You know why? Because she's quiet, nigga.
You're gonna have a bunch of fans who will support you. These are some of the criticisms of Nina Lynn, as told by
and then there she go.
Dismisses backlash.
Never mind.
Calls critics soft. She refuses to apologize, and oftentimes she doubles down in said behavior.
I be holding Ron accountable for shit. I be holding Adapt accountable for shit. They be holding me accountable for shit. As a group, we gotta come together, hold each other accountable. And sometimes you're not always right, man. And selfish people in a group would never work out, man. Facts.
You would never see me in a car with Jason Lewine. I probably.
Damn.
You beef with him too? No,
your own people.
I don't beef with him. Because everyone's bitch made. What do you want me to do? You bitch made. It is what it is, bro.
See, one thing about me, nigga, I don't play with that word. So when you start using that word, nigga, all bets off the table. Everything is a go. The disrespect is no levels to anymore. You feel me? Any respect I have for you is flushed. Now we can go toe to toe, blow to blow, and I'm gonna take it 10 miles, nigga. I don't care who you is. Word. You start throwing that B word around, bro, it's up. Clip it and ship it. Keep it for reference, nigga.
Like, what do you want me to do? I can't lie.
Stuff like that is where the controversy stops being entertaining and starts becoming exhausting. When you start to be known for things like that, then ultimately people
You're gonna be no different than Neon, boy.
They're not
be walking around moping this shit because nobody like you, nobody inviting you and shit.
Has issue with you. You know, people don't like to continuously see these arrogant people, you know, be content creators, etc., etc. Especially because a lot of these content creators are fan funded in the first place. Like the subscriptions and the watch time is all done by fans. Why would I want to watch somebody who is some sort of arrogant asshole? But also other content creators will move away from you because you're annoying and the fan perspective is just lost. You slowly start to burn those bridges over time. And then it becomes a sort of situation where people start to feel like they are guilty by association. And honestly, I think that that's a fair and valid criticism. I know that there's been some conversation about that this past weekend about hanging out with streamers who do controversial things as somebody who is a non-controversial streamer. But ultimately, people are going to start questioning who you align with as a content creator. If you're a controversial streamer and you keep going wild and you keep going crazy, somebody who is just a simple desktop reactor who is, you know, pretty nonchalant and chill is not going to want to be seen with you. Because if they are seen with you, audiences are going to start to speculate and question where your values lie. This conversation to me isn't about shoplifting or arguments or viral clips or, you know, just the other outrageous and controversial things that people say. Everybody on the internet is not perfect. Hell, I do wild stuff, you know, from time to time. But at the end of the day, if you can acknowledge where you mess up, apologize for the things that you say, and then look
my nose, bro.
Afterwards, then I think that
Hold on.
Everybody's okay with you being a simple human being. But if you double and triple down on those things, gaslight people, and then ultimately shit on not only just your fan base, but the other fan bases around you, that's when people have a problem. Now, do I think that this is the end of Nina Lynn? Absolutely not. Maybe for videos on this channel, unless she does some of the most absolute insane shit in the world, then of course I'm gonna get it off. I got a wedding to pay for. But I think even greater than
he get married or he is married? Which one?
Fans or the commentators POV where they're giving videos for Nina Lynn, I think she's losing something that is much more detrimental. That network that she had, the one that allowed her to go to these big and major events and be broadcasted to a much wider audience. Nina Lynn got something that people begged for, an opportunity,
which is
a
what?
chance,
Oh,
a
I
platform,
was about to say.
and a network that afforded her endless opportunities in this content creation field. And she squandered it because she couldn't take accountability for clear mistakes that she had done in her past. And I hope that this serves as some sort of lesson for any other content creators going forward. The internet is
Damn, gang. I mean, it ain't as deep, but it's like, damn, bro. It's like everywhere you turn, nigga, it's just like trying to let you know that you're doing wrong and shit like that. You ain't trying to hear nobody. That's gonna be your downfall, gang. It's like Reggie. You feel me? He getting a little bit too big-headed and shit like that. He thinking he untouchable and shit. You're not, gang. Word. Because even your people's is letting you know that you wilding and you're not listening to your peoples. Okay, cool. They stop fucking with you. Your viewership goes down. The sponsorships go down. Your friends not fucking with you no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to move back to Baltimore and shit like that, gang. Now you back where you started. And you like, damn, I really fucked this up, and it's too late. It get like that. So if you don't want that to happen to you, you might want to switch it around, bro. Because ain't nobody gonna work with you. Ain't nobody gonna be around you. Ain't nobody gonna watch you. Your money will be fucked up, and now you back to working and fucking flipping burgers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with flipping burgers, but damn, who want to do that over streaming? That being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below y'all thoughts. Leave a like and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Naughty Squad. Discord link in the description. Full video in the description. Go check that out. Locked in. Let's get it.